Well, good morning, Patricia. Thank you so much for doing this testimony for us today.
Good morning.
We're going to get started with just talking about your condition. So what was your condition before you came in here? When did it start? How long did you have it? Tell me what was going on.
Well, I'm sure I've had a lot of back problems for a lot of years. I was in a major car wreck in 1979 and had a severe whiplash that affected my whole back. I've dealt with it on and off over the years, but about last October, I started having some severe muscle spasms in my rib cage and in my back and all around this side of my body.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I was hospitalized the last 4 days of 2014 with severe back pain. They thought it was a kidney stone, but...
How long were you hospitalized?
4 days.
4 days.
Yeah, I was on heavy drugs for 4 days, and they never could decide what was really wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
So the first part of 2015, I was very miserable. I loved to go shopping, and I loved to get out and do things, and I didn't feel like doing anything. So I was pretty much housebound most of the time. I just hurt so bad I didn't feel good. Mm-hmm. And my son, Tony, and his wife started coming here to Dr. Abby. Oh. And they were the ones that influenced me to come over and see if Dr. Abby could help me.
So what have you tried doing before with your condition? So with your back pains, have you tried anything else? Were you trying to do exercises, or were you trying to do like massages? What were you trying to do to get rid of your condition before?
No, I hadn't tried any massages or anything like that. Mainly, I was just going to doctor after doctor after doctor.
Not knowing what was
going
going on.
What was really wrong. And my rheumatologist finally did some x-rays on me in the spring and said that I had really bad scoliosis and some arthritis, osteoarthritis, and a couple of discs that didn't look quite right.
So how do you think this affected you socially, mentally, physically, family life? Like how was your condition affecting you?
I was very, very depressed. And it really limited my amount of social activity, and like I said, I love to go shopping. I had $200 worth of gift cards all spring that I never even felt like going to spend.
Wow. So how did chiropractic kind of get you over that, that hill, that really negative feeling that you had?
I mean, it really helped my pain within a very short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And that, of course, by itself made me very happy. And so most days I'm at, 100%. I feel really good. I think it has helped my overall health. And, of course, the diet. I went on the,
Advanced plan?
Advanced plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went on the advanced plan, and I lost like 12 pounds.
Wow.
And in about 90 days, and that has made a big difference in how my back feels and how I feel and the energy that I have. And
So what was your first impression when you came into the office? Of the staff, Dr. Barnwell and Dr. Abby. How were you feeling when you came into the office?
Oh, it's a very positive attitude when you come in here. Everybody just seems to want to help you.
Mm-hmm.
And
we really do.
You all seem to care about your patients and want to do whatever you can to help that person.
Absolutely.
So.
And the big reason why we do these testimonies is because there's so many people out there, young, all the way to the age of past, 60, that they're in so much pain and they just don't know yet what chiropractic can do. I'd like to think...
I was familiar with chiropractic. My grandmother took me to a chiropractor when I was 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what I was there for.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember that he adjusted me when I was like 5.
Mm-hmm.
And she took me more than once, several times. I'm not sure what for, because at the time I was having a lot of ear infections, so
Yes.
maybe that was what.
We get a lot of children. As a matter of fact, Dr. Abby just treated a patient that was, I think, about 2 or 3 years old. Actually, 1 or 2 years old, and he had an ear infection. And so all she did was, adjust him, and he was fine. So we get a lot of patients that way, even with little things all the way from allergies to muscle spasms that are treated here in the office, because of chiropractic, and then also because of what our doctors, like Dr. Abby, is giving you, when, going home, giving you suggestions for supplements, exercises in your diet, things like that. So
And all those things help.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like to thank you so much for doing this for me this morning and for our office this morning. You're doing it for tons amount of people, and encouraging them. And last thing I want to end on is, if there was one statement that you could tell a crowd of people that's never heard of chiropractic before and are in pain, what would you say?
Try it. It will probably help you. It has helped me tremendously, and it's made my life different. So, give it a try.
Give it a try. All right. Thank you so much, Patricia.